And you basically, I think, like a lot about what maybe a Republican Senate might prevent, but probably weren't thrilled with Donald Trump being the representative for your party. If I were to think of you as a Republican, I'm not saying you are, but you're a pro-business guy. That probably you came on early, didn't want to shut down as much as maybe some people wanted. So this, if Biden were to prevail, which a lot of betting sites are indicating that, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. But if it were Biden and then a Republican Senate, would that be would that make you happy?
Well, what happened last night? I mean, it's absolutely the one thing we know for sure is we have split government, and the split government is going to mean we're not going to get these tax increases. And I think one of the great failures of Biden's campaign was we're going to have $4 trillion in increase in taxes, and we never got to talk about what he was going to do with all the money. And I think, you know, if we ever needed a third party, this was the year. You had two parties catering to the extremes of both sides, and 36% of the nation was independent. And they were choosing between what they perceived as the far left, which Donald kept hammering home, and those that were leaning, you know, Democratic were choosing trying to get away from the far right and the influences, and maybe they were pro-environment. And so what happened last night is, you know who lost? Like the big blue cities of the North lost. Chuck Schumer's not going to be running big packages for New York or San Francisco. And I think Donald was very effective in showing the anarchy of the big cities. And a lot of the nation said, I don't want to see that happen to us. So law and order was a big theme, I think. And you saw the move of the Hispanic Latino vote here in Florida. You know, he picked up 100,000 Latino votes in Dade County. I mean, it's incredible, the shift, more than he got in 2016. So I think law and order, the fear of the progressive movement taking over the Democratic Party, the far left, really with people like, I favor the environment, but I don't know what to do here because I don't want a socialist country. And I think Biden never really repudiated that as much as Trump never, in my view, repudiated the far right. So it was a really, you know, from that perspective, it was really bad. Who also lost? I mean, I think money lost. I mean, there was so much money thrown at this race, and I think almost as surprising as what's going to happen in the presidential election, how razor thin this margin will be, is that in these Senate races across the country where Democrats outspent the Republicans by $100 million, it had no influence. I mean, I'm happy about that. I think we should give each candidate a bunch of money and say, now spend it, just like you're running the federal government. Like you can choose to spend it early, you can spend it late, you can spend it on social media, you can spend it on TV. Just like you're running the country, you should have a fixed budget. We should get rid of this fundraising orgy that goes on every year or every 4 years. It starts 3 years early, and just give each candidate a bucket of money and say, if you have so many votes, here's your money. Now build a strategy and a campaign to be effective through it. Because I think the money in the system is disgusting. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how much. I think what do we spend, like $2 billion on the presidential election? It's staggering. And I also think the line from the Democrats, which was, it was all about coronavirus, is the only thing we talked about. And as people pointed out this morning, we're over that. We're done. We want to get back to normal. We want to get back to work. And the hysteria in the media over the cases. And I kept saying, look at the deaths. Don't talk about the cases. This is a giant flu for most of the nation, and it's really just impacting, at this point, most of the elderly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you that, Barrett.
They got it. It wasn't just about coronavirus. It's like, what are you going to do to Joe Biden after coronavirus?
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.